Well, if you listen carefully, you could almost hear the shutter clicking of everyone's cameras and iPhones, because that's beautiful imagery. Full moon rising over Mount Garfield right now. We do have a full moon tonight. It's called the beaver full moon because this is the time of the year where the beavers start to hibernate. That's a Native American lore. So we assign a name to full moons. But in addition to that, it's going to be red tonight, the way the shadow of the Earth is going to throw a hue across it, rarely scattering. But there's the eclipse. Now, the total eclipse, where that is the Earth moves in front of the moon, starts to darken it out. That starts at 3:15 in the morning. It's about 84 minutes in length. Ends about 4:45. But if you really want to get going, at 1 a.m., that's when you start to see just a little bit of that shadow influence of movement. But the main eclipse itself begins right around 3:15, goes to about 4:45. Well worth getting up. You also, during that totality, during that darkness, you'll be able to see planet Uranus, among other things. There's a lot going on. Last night I looked up and saw a meteor streak across the sky, and that's part of the Taurid meteor shower, which is ongoing. Generally speaking, you don't want that bright moon, but when it goes into totality, it'll be dark. And of course, it'll be with that red hue as well at various times. So yeah, well worth checking things out. Temperatures today, well, we were running above the averages for this time of the year. Remember, it's supposed to be about 10 degrees cooler. So a nice day today. We're going to do it again tomorrow. Not as warm, but just as warm. And we'll keep a wind going tomorrow as well. Wind speeds right now about 15 miles per hour. Top wind gusts of the day. This is all ahead. I talked about this last week. You have this advancing storm system, which is exactly what we have. Another midweek winter storm system moving through. And we get these strong wind speeds ahead of it. We get these really warm days ahead of it. Top wind gusts of the day for Grand Junction, mid-30s, mid-20s, and near 30 between Montrose and Delta. Stronger wind gusts have existed across the area. Up north in Rangeley, near 60, Douglas Pass, right around the 70-mile-per-hour zone. 45s and 55s common today across the area. In fact, wind advisory was in place just until this evening. It's been extended through tomorrow evening for the northwest corner of Colorado. This may or may not extend or expand in coverage, but we're all going to continue to be breezy tomorrow afternoon. That cold front won't exactly pass through until late Wednesday, early Thursday, and in doing so, that's going to create one of our more active weather patterns for this midweek period. Right now, the cold front is off the coast, low pressure system deepening off the coast, getting some rain in California, but that doesn't bother us right now. We'll start to see a little bit of cloud coverage on the increase. Not overcast conditions, but a little bit of cloud coverage tonight and tomorrow. And then we really will advance tomorrow because it'll just start, and it being the cold front and the low pressure system will just start to swing in Tuesday night across the land and then spread eastbound rather quickly. So we will maintain another breezy, another warm day tomorrow, dry. But once we get into Wednesday morning, that's where the possibility exists Wednesday morning to start getting some snow along the Colorado Plateau, up in Glade Park. But really, the cold front is still in Utah at this point. And it's not until late Wednesday that this swings right through and we start to see another round of snow. And you can see a good bullseye just to the north in Rio Grande and Garfield County. So that may or may not change, but it's our mountain zones, again, that will get some snow. We may have a chance to see some flakes transition Wednesday into Thursday, but we're looking at a rain event for most of us Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And Thursday morning with the colder temperatures, that would be that brief transition. And probably some lingering flurries on Thursday morning for a couple of spots like Montrose. But here we go again in the midweek period with another storm system. We get into tomorrow morning with slightly warmer than average temperatures, mid-40s for Grand Junction, upper 30s between Delta and Montrose. We should be a little bit cooler. And when this cold front does pass through, and by the way, these are the forecast temperatures for tomorrow, again with the above average run. Once that cold front passes through, and you'll notice it via the temperatures, even Thursday morning, the difference between the mid-40s for the next couple of mornings and freezing on Thursday, and then sub-freezing for Friday, and even Saturday, Sunday, we're going to be left with some chilly numbers. But this is all post-frontal weather, where we get some clearing skies, dry conditions, but significantly colder air. So just keep that in mind. The late week period, just like last week, we get those chilly temperatures and the clear skies, though this upcoming weekend looks like it's going to be rather enjoyable, a bit on the cold side. So we get another day, even on Wednesday, with the system itself advancing in, we'll get our temperatures dropping, particular to Montrose. That's right about average for this time of the year. But once we get into Wednesday night, Wednesday afternoon, we should get some light rain showers developing. And then with the colder air post-frontal, Thursday morning, that's a prime opportunity for Montrose to get some snowflakes. Even Grand Junction, though it's not in the forecast right now, that would be that prime window. Late Wednesday into early Thursday, when that cold air arrives and the moisture is still in place, we could get that transition. Last last week on Friday morning, what was it, Friday? We set a record for snowfall from Thursday night into Friday morning. So we're going to be watching this carefully to see if we can get more snow. Again, this will be the heavy, wet variety, so take it easy, and it'll melt out with the sunshine immediately following into the weekend. Thanks, Rob. I thought I'd show this extended forecast one more time. To Tuesday, we're going to go partly cloudy, still warm and dry and breezy. We should feel a little bit more of that wind. Our average afternoon temperature for Grand Junction should be in the mid-50s. Our average low right around freezing. So warmer afternoons for the next couple of days. We get around to rain showers developing Wednesday night and Thursday morning. We can see that transition to a light snow. And then, of course, sub-freezing temperatures and colder afternoons all the way through this upcoming weekend. So the end of the week and the start of the weekend are going to be very cold, comparatively speaking, especially when you look at the averages in the mid-50s and at the freezing mark. You can see some of those numbers in the teens this weekend. So this is a significant shot of cold air. After that cold front spreads through Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, then we are left with clear and dry and chilly. Leading up to it, of course, we get the wind tomorrow and we get the breezy, dry, and mild conditions. Now, don't forget, sun sets earlier, right around 5 p.m. That means your commute tonight, you need to keep your eyes open for pedestrians walking and bicyclists riding. It's going to be tougher to see them now that we lose a lot more light earlier in the day.